Toy Story 5 could be taking a dive, and it all has to do with Tom Hanks and his latest stepping into the poo that is politics. Another miscalculation, another faux pas, this time on SNL, that's Saturday Night Live. Today we'll tell you why there's a secret celebrity who could still save the day for Disney to infinity and beyond. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is a joy as ever to endeavor explaining entertainment. Keeping you ahead of the culture curve is what we do each and every day right here 4 times a day. The Holly Weirds, they can't stand it. They ask, how do they do what they do? Well, we do it for you. And all we ask is that you click the like button. Today we're talking about Tom Hanks, that SNL skit that is, it's what everyone's talking about. And we'll tell you why this is not the first time Tom Hanks has made a major miscalculation. And this time it could carry major repercussions all across the nation when it comes to anticipation of Toy Story 5. Take a look at this. It is out of thatparkplace.com, the website that if you are not yet bookmarked to it, well, you should be. Tom Hanks sparks backlash among conservatives for portrayal of MAGA supporter on SNL 50th anniversary special. The sad part about this 50th special anniversary, there were some good things. Loved watching Adam Sandler, loved Eddie Murphy. Mike Myers was great. So there were great things. And by the way, Bill Murray was fantastic too. The sad thing is that this character that Tom Hanks is playing just a few years ago was used to convey a message that was much better. That the differences between us are not so great. And here comes Tom Hanks on the 50th to do something different.
I really liked the first time they did this because it was like, hey, we're not so different after all kind of thing. Like it
was kind of beautiful.
When Keenan's like, skinny women can do this for you. And Tom Hanks buzzes in. He goes, not a damn thing. And he goes, yes. I thought that was hysterical.
Yeah. Tom Hanks' recent appearance on Saturday Night Live for its 50th anniversary special ignited a wave of controversy, with many criticizing the show for its portrayal of Trump supporters. Hanks, reprising his 2016 role as a white Trump supporter from a rural background, wore a MAGA hat and refused to shake the hand of the black game show host played by Kenan Thompson in a skit parodying Black Jeopardy. Now, folks, one of the sad things about trying to cover SNL, and one of the reasons we don't do so very often here on the channel, because you can't play the clips. And if you can't play the clips, you really don't have much to talk about. So I can't play this for you to show you, but after you watch the video, I recommend that you go find it. Now, Clay Travis said for its 50th year anniversary special, SNL had Tom Hanks play a racist Trump supporter afraid to shake a black man's hand. And fun fact, Trump's 2024 election win was the least racially divisive American election since 1964. The big news about this, though, is it's not the first time that Tom Hanks has stepped in it big time when it comes to Trump. This time, however, the curiosity must be, does this damage Tom Hanks going forward? Because Americans seem none too pleased with how Hollywood's been going. And now you've got to wonder, is he going to get a backlash from conservatives? Will this distrust and disdain for what he's been doing increase, or will it wane as we get closer to Toy Story 5? When that comes out. Here's a quick history, though, of Tom Hanks saying some things that maybe he wishes he could take back, maybe not. Here's what Tom Hanks has been up to over the past few years.
But there's an American presidential potential candidate, not even nominee yet. He wants to make America great. Is that what Donald Trump's going to do?
Well, here's the problem. America's already great, so I don't know what he is talking about.
You don't think if he becomes the president, he'll make it great because the states is already great?
I think that man will be president of the United States right about the time that spaceships come down filled with dinosaurs and red capes.
On that note, Tom, pleasure.
Take it
Thank
from
you.
He got that one wrong. Again, Tom Hanks, right here. We'll play this one, calling Trump a gas bag. Here we go.
Great parts of the world are dealing with problems that seem as though they have no solution and seem as though they will never go away. When America has faced those sorts of circumstances and times, we have never turned to a simplistic, self-involved gas bag of a candidate. They are out there. They have been there. I'm a lay historian. I read history for pleasure. And there has always been a Huey Long. There has always been a Wendell Willkie, although he was a pretty good guy. There's always been a Herbert Hoover. There's always been a Senator Joseph McCarthy. There's always been some version of the current nominee of the Republican Party that hold sway.
But
But
he never
we
won.
never invest our future with them. We have never done it, and we will not do it now.
All right, so that is Tom Hanks' view, and so that's what makes this situation a little bit harder for him to get out from. Is that this truly is the way Tom Hanks appears to view Trump supporters? And the problem for Hanks and for Disney is that they need Trump supporters to come out and support Woody and Buzz one more time. The buzz may be negative, though, if this kind of thing sticks to Hanks. Panel, do you think that Tom Hanks has sullied himself in an unnecessary way by going political?
I saw the clip, and it just kind of made me roll my eyes, and I went, oh, is this what SNL 50 is going to be? So after the song, I turned off the whole show, but he's an actor. I don't really care his take. He can be a lay historian all he wants.
But what about the economics of it, Jeff? The economics of it is that he needs to be well loved and liked by a huge swath of America for, his future films, specifically Toy Story. So what's the chance that people get tired of him now and don't see him in the same vein?
That comes with my statement about just kind of keep out of it. Like, as an actor, as somebody who, any business where you depend on the goodwill of people to make your thing a success, to make you more valuable, you can't go pissing off people. Like, you gotta just, you're Tom Hanks. Show up, say your lines on SNL. Oh, I've hosted more than anybody else, blah, blah, blah. Make your jokes. I just don't care. Like, I think SNL's colored itself as one of those shows now where I just go, it's going to be the same stuff, different day. So I'll pass it up. But that's my take on it.
Erica, there were really good parts of the SNL 50, as I said before. Mike Myers, Eddie Murphy, Bill Murray. There were good things in this, but this has been the big takeaway from SNL 50. And I wasn't even anticipating that, right? That this would be the thing that sort of trended, and it doesn't seem to me that that it trending does Tom Hanks or Disney any good. Do you think that this will actually hold into the consciousness of moviegoers, or do you think that this will pass over by the time we get to Toy Story and all will be forgiven? Under the Bridge.
I don't really know. I'm not sure how popular Tom Hanks is nowadays for the younger generation, like people in their 20s, maybe even in their 30s.
Let's hope more
Maybe
popular
it'll
than
be a
Harrison
forgotten
Ford.
thing. But then at the same time, nowadays people don't forget political statements like that in the climate that we're in and have been in. So, I'm really annoyed. I'm continually annoyed and sick and tired of these celebrities and anyone that has a public platform like that coming out and offending 77 million people that voted for Trump. There was no reason for him to have that, for them to have that skit, say anything like that. It's, at some point you've got to look at the numbers, and over half of America overwhelmingly voted for this man. So why do you think it's okay to go on television and insult that audience that voted for him? That's a lot of people. But be my guest, your paycheck, not mine.
The other thing too, Eric, about this is, and Marvin, weigh in on this, please. Mm-hmm. It kind of felt like a wake for SNL, because it's going to come to an end. Like it may stay around in its namesake form, but I don't think that it has a lot of runway in front of it. And part of it is because it went so political. But as soon as the leadership at SNL retires out, and that's going to happen in a year, maybe 2 years at most, this leadership there, once it's gone, I don't know what's going to happen with SNL. And these kind of unforced errors, I think, might be sort of the demise of it. And it's sad to me because I think there have been eras where SNL was important, but this 50th was melancholy.
Well, whenever they do one of these things where they bring back old people on, old SNL cast members back from the glory days, all it does is remind you of what we had then and what we lack now. Because when you put guys like Mike Myers and Steve Martin up there on a stage with guys like Keenan and I don't know his name, he was in Wicked, that Asian dude. There's no comparison to them. It's kind of like in slower times in wrestling, whenever like The Rock would show up, you'd be like, oh, look, the star has arrived. Like it just reminds you what a star is and how you don't actually have them.
2012. I remember that year.
Yes.
Yeah, it's this whole SNL had its heyday. You know, it's really interesting to me that when you look at a lot of the SNL stars from the 1980s and 90s, a lot of them have become conservative since then. It's a different culture and it's a different time, and a lot of them were actually quite liberal then, and that have crossed that line over now. It's really weird. Again, if it can be political, if it's funny, and as long as they're doing both sides of the aisle and making fun of both, sets of politics, I didn't see them poke fun of Biden a whole lot when there is so much fun to be poked at Biden that they could have had a massive run. They could have been really
hey
funny.
Ron, was it Dana Carvey? Was it Dana Carvey that played?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
but they brought him in to play Joe Biden after Joe Biden had stepped down from the candidacy. So
Right.
they could have had this gold mine of fun. I mean, how often is it that you have somebody who's actually mentally declined in the office, like legitimately, and they wouldn't make fun of that until after he'd stepped down, and then they were like, "Oh, well, this will be great, and we'll make Kamala look better."
Yeah, and it could have been a gold mine. I mean, the whole Joe Biden on a bicycle thing when he fell off. I mean, there was plenty that SNL could have had to make fun of and do it a proper way so that's still somewhat respectful. You don't have to be that respectful. It's comedy, but they just lost it. The biggest thing that I've noticed, and I hate saying this, I know it's very, very superficial, and I apologize for that, but Tom Hanks, some of these earlier clips that you're showing, they were 2015 and 2016, correct?
Yeah.
Pro? Okay, so
2016, 2017.
Trump has not aged the way that Tom Hanks has aged over the last 9 years. I know this is a superficial statement, but what the heck happened to Tom Hanks
It's for a movie, Ron. It's always for a movie. It's always for a movie. Hey, I want to go to Jeff. I want to go to Jeff real quick and give Jeff the final word on this. The one thing that I think might save, it's not going to save SNL, but the one thing that might save Toy Story and get people to go see it still is Tim Allen. Tim Allen's on the other side, but I think it's actually bigger than that, because Tim Allen, he was passed over in that last Lightyear movie. That didn't go so well. I don't know if you heard about that, Jeff. That didn't sell a whole lot of toys. And I think people will be excited to support Tim Allen back as Buzz.
Oh, absolutely. Tim Allen's like America's dad. How many sitcoms does he keep coming back on as the dad, and he keeps being a big hit? I love Home Improvement. I never watched. What was the one that got canceled for being too political?
Last Man Standing.
Last Man Standing. And then he's got this new one with Kat Dennings. Like, Tim Allen has a lot of goodwill and kind of this perpetual presence in entertainment. And I think, like, even if Tom Hanks hadn't come on SNL to do what he did, I think Tim Allen alone being back with Toy Story, it would have been enough. I like Buzz Lightyear. Like, I don't even like Disney, and I have Buzz Lightyear stuff. So it'll make money. Now, one thing I will say, though, is I didn't see Toy Story 4, and there's a lot of people that haven't seen him post Toy Story 2. So you'll just have to like resell Toy Story 5 for the next generation, kind of like restart Toy Story essentially, because I don't know.
I vote you skip Toy Story 4. Don't listen. I think it betrays the characters, so I don't recommend it. Toy Story 1, 2, 3, great films, great trilogy. Skip 4, maybe 5.
I won't watch 4 because 3 should have ended with Andy just taking his toys and giving them to his kids in the future. I don't like Toy Story 3 for specific nerdy reasons.
There you go. All right, folks, let us know in the comments what you think is going to happen with Tom Hanks, Toy Story, SNL, and all that. We'd love to hear from you. Folks, it's time to bid you adieu, but we hope that you will help us anew, and that is, we're only asking you click that like button. Share, subscribe, click it, stick it to those algorithms. It is the notification bell, and drop a comment down below. And oh, by the way, have you gone the way of thatparkplace.com? www.thatparkplace.com. It's the website that if you're not yet bookmarked to, well, you should be. A bastion of truth and knowledge when it comes to entertainment and everything that's going on. Go check it out today, folks. We would love to have you over there as well. All right, we are getting ready to head out, but do not fret, for we will put out 4 more videos tomorrow, so long as the good Lord allows. And we believe that probably, just might, happen. All right, until the next time we get to share time with you, keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.
Jump into the water. Why listen to music made by people and companies who really don't like you? Check out Vacation Radio today and prepare for all new content made by the people behind the WDW Pro Channel. It's the place you need for all the music. That should be fun. Hundreds of songs, every genre you can imagine. Listen live on YouTube and enjoy a set list that's always sunny. It's Vacation Radio. What are you waiting for? Every WDW Pro video has a link to Vacation Radio in the video description. Try it out and subscribe today.